Hey, what's up guys? How's it going? I'm going to be showing you what you should be doing when playing this game, especially as a new player. So if you're new here, stick around and I'm going to teach you the core mechanics of this game, Dungeonborne. And if you're a seasoned player, you may learn something new, maybe not. But I'll be honest, this is more geared towards the newer players. Some players might not understand, even if they're playing for a bit, some of the core mechanics, and they haven't really researched the information. And if this is you, I'm glad you're stopping by on this video. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. It'll help me out a lot. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you know exactly when I'm going live or when I post. That way you can interact with me live, come by in the chats, come say hey. Here we go. For my new players, as you start this game, you have these classes here that you'll choose from. I highly recommend that you find out which class you want to play first. Once you find out what class you want to play first, I suggest that you allocate your resources to this class. And what resources I mean is the heirloom here. So as you start to collect gear, you see all I have gear here. What you can do is dismantle this gear. Okay, so something you're not going to be using, dismantle it, you're going to get ore. For layman's terms, just white, green, blue, and purple ore. Okay, now you use this ore to unlock gear. Okay, I don't have this one unlocked yet. You see it's the Faith necklace. I can either spend 300 of this iron or 75 of this ore. Now, I recommend that you spend the iron for the base stuff because you're going to find so much trash loot, especially in casuals. You're definitely going to be able to dismantle a bunch once you extract and start to craft these things. Now, how these things work is that once you craft them, you'll be able to equip one of each item on the weapon, armor, and the accessories. So I see I have here on my right, I have one armor, I have one accessory, and I have one weapon that I have crafted, that I have equipped, and that I can put on my character. You're allowed to take one of each and every run. So this is what I'm stressing the importance of you focusing on one character, because you're going to allocate these resources to certain weapons so that if you were to lose your gear, you could just craft a new one and be able to be somewhat to where you want to be in terms of perks, right? So that way you'll be somewhere you want to be in terms of your passives, okay? So how this game works is that if you're new here, weapons and armor and accessories have stats associated with them. 4 strength, 6 intelligence, 4 faith. You can see exactly how much of the stats you need to activate your perks. So here I have 41 dexterity, and it allows me to activate the DK passive perk, which, as you can read here, enemies affected by Soulstorm have their movement speed reduced by 50% for 0.5 seconds. Okay. Now that that's out the way, stress that you try to upgrade your stuff to purple. Right? And then what you're going to do is after you craft these items, you are allowed 3 slots at the max level. At a green level, you have 1 slot. At a blue level, you have 2 slots, and at the purple, you have all 3. And what you're allowed to do is go into these utility enhancement slots and purchase with even more resources exactly what you want in terms of your build. Each slot has a different set of enhancements you can choose from. So what this allows you to do is just become more powerful. It allows you to try and get those extra passives you want to go for. See here, I can select from all of the stats here exactly what I want as long as it's unlocked and place it on the armor. So make sure you're focusing on one character, dismantling like so, and that'll allow you to get the ore you need and upgrade. You also have the Alchemist here who allows you to craft health potions, mana potions, bandages, as well as flasks. You can get all the flasks that are available in the game from this guy using resources. These blossoms are just found throughout your runs, either by killing mobs or looting chests. Make sure you collect these. They only take 1 slot in your whole inventory. For the potions, you're just going to need these Cloudy Life Essences. Make sure you take these as well. I recommend you do that so you can craft these potions and flasks instead of buying them from the merchant, because they are rather expensive and you want to use your gold as much as possible for the trade shop here and the auctions. In terms of the merchant, I'd say the only thing you can probably be buying early game are the bolts, any rusted swords if you're playing a sword master, and any of these mithril tokens, so that you can craft your items without spending ore if you're low on ore. We're going to go to the shop here. What this allows you to do is just buy items associated with your character. You can search for them. It's pretty straightforward. And the rolls are going to be random, as you see here. So if you like to complete a part of your build, you can try to roll for it using gold. That's the importance of gold and such. If you pay a little bit of money using the Moonstone, you can unlock the auction in which you are allowed to list items which people can bid for, or bid for your own items against other players. And just keep in mind, this can get really expensive, as you can see here. So in short, make sure you are prioritizing grabbing armor from enemy players and dismantling it as long as you don't have to use it. At first, what I did was I would go in drops, I would go on runs and hoard all the armor I would have and then use them for different characters. Then I realized the importance of just trying to get my heirlooms up and leveled up. That way I can get the builds I want easier without having to rely on having expensive armors, etc. Once you have a decent gear score with the leveled up armors, accessories, and weapons, you can easily go to higher gear score games, which is in the classic mode. And the classic mode will have even higher tier loot, as well as enemies, as well as other players. Just keep in mind, other players could be juiced up. So if you're going to go with just 3 heirlooms, probably best for you not to fight. Collect any valuables you need and just try to get out. But if you feel like you're strong enough to fight, go for it. Just keep in mind that PvE enemies and PvP players will be very, very, very strong. That's going to be it for my little tutorial here. I hope you learned something new if you are new to the game. And if you've been playing the game, I hope also I might have helped you out on understanding certain things. Again, be sure to leave me a like, a comment, sub, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you know exactly when I'm going live. We can interact in the comments or during my live streams. I look forward to hearing from you. Peace.